Hey guys, so now the second trade breakdown of today's trading day. So as you see right here, really, kept on over trading, revenge trading after I took the win. That was actually not really planned. So first I, sorry guys, first I wanted to take only one setup in here of looking for longs. Why? Because I wanted to see that we close in today's new week opening gap. I think that was possible. I think we were bullish. I like how we also kind of, really had already our regular trading hours manipulation to the downside with sweeping regular trading hours as liquidity. So to me, I think it's valid to look for longs in here, especially after we took out the second as liquidity as well. So to me, really valid to look for longs. Also created a short-term SMT in here, and I was buying at 943. That's when I'm able to look for longs with a market maker and buy model. Why? Because there our 10 a.m. macro starts basically. I got I trade my stop really tight right here. So I don't know really why. I think it was because of the fact that we had a down close quick to the downside, and also a up close quick, which was longer than the down close one right here, so the reaction block. And I don't know if that's the new PDRA ICT basically introduced lately, so the BOLO, or I don't know how to call it. But I think I'm not trading like this. That's why I re-entered right here, because I really want to have my stop at the swing low, in that case below the SMT. That's how I want to trade, basically punishing myself with that as well. Just because I really want to have my stops at reasonable targets, where I'm sure if I get stopped right there, that the setup basically gets invalidated in that case. But we also created another SMT. In that case, also a bit not really unlikely that we tend to trade back to CE of today's new day or new week opening gap. The short right here completely invalid in that case, because we created SMT. I was not really aware of that in that moment, because I just don't have a working SMT indicator, and I was just not looking at ES in that moment. But my mistake. Should have not shorted in here. But already the short shows me basically that I'm not really convinced about the higher time frame bias or narrative. So once we already think it's not really one-sided, we should not trade. So when we want to trade is when we are really convinced that we are not going to trade higher. And that's, for example, right here. I mean, to me, that's a perfect setup. Those are not really rare. They are not always presenting themselves every single week, but I think they are definitely once a week there. In the most part, sometimes even more than that. And that's what I want to trade. So I think also the long right here with another SMT right here is completely valid. So I like that. So I got stopped right here, went long. But in that case, I have to take partials once we trade into the rejection block right here. So I think that's important in that case. I don't know if it's really even a rejection block, because it's not a down close candle, but still, I mean, it's a inefficient wick, so it's basically like a fair gap in that case. It's basically the same in my opinion. Could also look how we reacted to the wick right here. Oh, that's interesting. So that's our longest wick, our longest down close candle. That's our real rejection block, and as you can see right here, really stopped in advance of the or really stopped at CE. That's insane. So that's really interesting. That should have been my partial, and then be back even and be done for the day basically. If I have had not taken this trade right here previously basically. Got stopped right here. Went long again, got stopped, went long, got stopped, went long, got stopped, went long, got stopped, went short, got stopped, went long, got stopped, went short, and got out right here. So first partial right here at the says liquidity, New York Open Kill Zone says liquidity, and second partial right here at the regular trading hours says liquidity, which is in that case from Friday our equal lows, which I also wanted to get swept. What I'm referring to is also in that case the opening range gap of Friday. We could have also expected that if we sweep the lows right here, we're also going to trade back to CE. That was really to be expected, I have to admit, because that was what I already expected maybe being in play right here. And if we fail to do that, yeah, the market sometimes just trades back to those quadrant levels, yeah, some days later on. And that's what's really important, because yeah, we really respect those quadrant levels. That's really important to us. That's what I want to trade, how I want to trade. But yeah, getting out right here is still also completely valid in that case. But what I also want to talk about today is the fact that even if I know, okay, we're either going to expand higher to the upside to close in today's new day or new week opening gap, or we are going to sell off completely towards London low, something like that. Still, that doesn't mean that I'm going to make money on a day. So yeah, even if we have a obvious expansion going to happen, that doesn't mean that I will be able to profit from those price runs, basically movements. Yeah, like today I ended up in the red, just completely over trading and revenge trading, and also really damaging myself with my mental capital and also with my psychology. So it doesn't really make any sense to think that we are yeah, should gamble on a breakout to the upside or to the downside. Yes, I'm definitely referring to PD arrays when I enter, but still that's not enough. So I mean, PDA arrays, or sorry guys, PDA arrays, you can find them everywhere. So especially in the 1 minute chart, it's so much noise in there. You cannot trade only basically based on patterns. Yeah, it has to be based on the higher time frame narrative, and even way more confluences, which basically are combined together a high probability that we will draw to our narrative, to our draw for price. But in that case, yeah, it's completely not how I want to trade. That's not our trading approach. Yeah, if I take a win, I have to be done trading. In that case, if I've not taken the trade right here, I think the long right here is valid, then I would have got stopped out right here. Then I try a next long right here, take a partial right here, go break even, get stopped, and I'm done for the day. And it would have been eventually, yeah, with that right here, either a break even day or a winning day if I take the short right here and stop trading. So that's how I want to trade. And yeah, still I'm really content with the short right here, because yeah, I think it wasn't completely obvious to spot the aggressive sell-off, that slow resistance liquidity run, only a few seconds basically being in drawdown, and then we sold off completely to our objective. I took my, I don't know why yeah, I think I closed by market. That's why my partial was not on point in that case. But yeah, that's basically it. I think you got the breakdown. You got what I wanted to mention. And yeah, also just don't trade when you have no clear buys. So that's why I've also should have been done with trading after basically our yeah, attempt higher right here, because if we fail, that's really important. If we fail to trade higher right here with the 10 macro, with our SMT being in play, if we fail to trade higher right here, we will not trade higher. So that's basically, I think in that case, everything is aligned in here. And if we fail to trade higher from there, maybe we got one more chance with our, yeah, I don't know, London close macro, maybe lunge, but in that case, we don't really want to be in it, because yeah, everything was already met in here, and we should have not really waited for the London close macro or lunge. I mean, sometimes we expand higher with a London close macro or lunge because we need to first retrace a bit lower, for example, back to CE of our new opening range gap. But in that case, everything was already aligned. So we tried back to the yeah, CE level of today's new day opening gap, so high time frame PD array. In that case, also hit the 830 opening price. We created SMT, we scrapped electronic trading hours, says liquidity, and regular trading hours, says liquidity. We have a strong narrative being in play with the high right here being engineered by the liquidity. We are in the right time window with displacement. We have a unicorn model also being in play, displacement, bullish breaker, so also a bullish breaker being in play with displacement unicorn model. In that case, if we fail to trade higher right here, we will not trade higher. So that's what I have to also understand in that case. So yeah, in that case, we could have already done trading with 10 a.m. for today. But yeah, once again, really like the short, and that's just it. So 2 minutes, and then we are done for the day. That's what we need. That's all we need, and we don't need even more than that. So yeah, that's a breakdown. Hope you learned something new. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next.